Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. In this video today, we are here back again to talk about more of Sonic's future. Specifically, the upcoming Sonic game that I know everybody is I'm not sure if excited is the word, anticipating. People are ready to see this game, people are waiting for it. We want to hear more info on it, and I feel like it's right around the corner. We are now in like the tail end of 2021, which is kind of ridiculous to say. It's kind of time to start looking towards the future. There are no Sonic projects that we know of coming out within the next couple of months for 2021. Colors Ultimate was that last thing, and 2022 is packed with stuff that there's so much to talk about, with Rangers probably being the most prevalent outside of the movie, I'd say. This game will be changing everything. Before we get into that, I'd like to introduce today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Mech Arena. I'm a huge fan of the Sonic the Hedgehog mobile games, but a big issue I've run into with not just those, but a bunch of online mobile games, is that there's this big pay-to-win factor. If you pay a bunch of money, you can just wipe the floor with everybody and just becomes really unfair and not fun, especially if you don't want to pay all that money. With Mech Arena, that's no issue, and it's why I love the game so much. It's fun, fair, and balanced. One of my favorite features of the game is how you build the mechs, you know, the main thing about the game. Not only is it fun to do, but depending on the choices you make of your build, the better you'll do in the game. It's not all that though. Once when you're in there and playing the game, it's an absolute blast destroying different mechs, sometimes being the underdog and taking down stuff bigger than you. Once again, it's an even playing field. Anybody can win. Mech Arena has launched globally, and they're running a huge celebration event in the game right now with loads of awesome events and amazing daily welcome rewards. It's very fresh, so you don't want to miss out on this. It's completely free to play on Android and iOS right now, and you can use my personal link or the QR code right here to get black carbon skin, 300 A coins, and 50,000 credits, just to help kickstart your game. And if you're quick, you can add me to friends and we can play some matches together. So don't wait around and download Mech Arena today. Sonic Rangers has been very quiet. Like, we've heard nothing about it. Interviews have slowed down progressively with Iizuka and people from Sonic Team or Sega. They're not doing as many interviews. They're not talking about the franchise as much. So we haven't been able to gather those like little tiny breadcrumbs of information that they put out there. But the information that we do know of, whether that's through interviews or what have you, and also like the leaks, you know, which are pretty big information and what we'll be taking a lot from today. Like, the franchise is going to be completely different from this point going forward. You might be saying, what's going on, Ricardo? Why are you saying this? Well, listen here. It's been stated multiple times by Iizuka that this is a new floor plan. This is the future of Sonic. This new gameplay style, this new thing that they're trying to attempt with Rangers, they want to be the equivalent of Sonic Adventure. They want this to be a changing point for the franchise in terms of its gameplay and the direction that the series goes for years to come, like decades. And I'd be saying, okay, that's cool, that's interesting, we're going through another change again right after we got done with all the Boost games, which changed everything up. Then we went to Lost World and now we're back to Boost. Another change. Okay, but the thing is that this is not just any normal change, and obviously you guys know where I'm going with this. Open world. Open world is huge. It's the biggest thing going on with Rangers, and the thing that everybody not only probably has the most questions about, but is also probably the most skeptical about. We're going from Boost, which is the most linear thing that you could do, literally just a straight line, to an entire open world. That's a pretty significant shakeup. They are jumping the entire staircase opposed to just walking down it normally. Instead of going from Boost to Adventure to then open world, they're going straight from Boost, the most linear kind of Sonic Boost, right to the open world Sonic, which is a huge step. A lot is riding on this game, specifically not only in the minds of fans, but also Sega. Not only is this literally a giant change in the franchise in terms of its gameplay, but this has to be received well. Because in some cases you could say, okay, well, maybe if this one doesn't do good, they'll take it and just improve upon it again with the sequel, just make their changes. No, that's not Sega. If Sega does something and it's not perfectly received by everybody, they will throw it out immediately. If this does not succeed, if this is not positive, like not mediocre, not like okay, positive, if this is like not received well, I don't know where Sega goes from here, because clearly they're putting all their money, all of their dedication, all their eggs in this basket, because this is going to be an expensive game to make. Open world games are not easy. It will have to make its money back, it will have to review well, it will have to be received well by fans, and you can bet that Sega wants that. If this bombs or is bad, I don't know genuinely where the Sonic series would go after that. Because after Boost has not been received well, which is something that was always received well before, you can't really go back to that. You'd be taking another step back. Because I know Sega isn't the type of company that would just try it again but better. No, they would try something completely different and toss open world out the window, at least for a very long time. That's the negative case. Video game side of things would be completely in limbo if that were to happen. But the positive side of things, what if this game is like, I've talked about this in videos before, like if this game is great, if this game is the best Sonic game since, like, let's say Sonic Generations, do you know what kind of atmosphere the Sonic series will be in? How crazy things will go? These are open world games. This is a completely new engine, this is a completely new gameplay style, a completely new tone. They're doing everything different with Rangers. And clearly, it is very time consuming. We haven't had a Sonic game since Sonic Forces in 2017, and this game will be coming out in 2022. That's a longer wait from Lost World to Forces. That's kind of crazy. What I would take away from that is that we'll have to wait much longer for main series titles, opposed to what we were used to for so long. So my guess is that, yes, Sega will be spending a lot more time on Sonic games potentially, unless they get really greedy and go back to their old ways, which is a possibility. I hope they stick to their word. While it might mean waiting longer for Sonic games, the success of Sonic Rangers will mean bigger commercial successes, bigger critical successes. The series, the Sonic video game series, being perceived in a very positive light, in a modern state, in a modern era, in a new generation, not taking step backs to games that could have been made in the 90s like Mania, which is a good game, but isn't revolutionary or will be seen on the same level as some of today's biggest titles. No, Sonic will finally be seen on the same level, in some cases, to some of the biggest video game series out there right now, some of the most respected, if this does good. Sonic will be like an open world series. Sonic will have all of these different elements, a supposedly, maybe not a dark tone, but a more mature tone. I'm interested in seeing how story heavy Rangers will be, how connected to a plot. Clearly there will be a plot, but I'm interested in seeing how narrative heavy they will go, where they'll take more their inspiration from, whether it will be more along the lines of Unleashed or more along the lines of, I'd say, Forces, honestly. Sonic Rangers is really taking Sonic in a very interesting place, and I'm very excited to see where it could go. But also, I want to mention this. Let's say after Colors Ultimate, which isn't a bad game, in my opinion, it's not bad. I like Colors Ultimate. It reviewed well, like it genuinely did. It has been scoring great reviews from critic sites. But we can't overlook the fan backlash to that. And we can't overlook the fact that definitely has been heard by Sega, and they have seen that a lot of fans are not happy. Definitely not on the level of how 06 and Boom made Sega change up their thought process. If Rangers also is not perceived well from the fan base and game critics, it's just like overall perceived as a very negative experience, I could see Sonic going down a very different direction, not even very much so game related. I have been talking about this for like, it feels like a year now. Multimedia, and the fact that Sonic is a multimedia franchise, and a lot of his external media outside of games, such as movies, comics, animation seems to be going in a very good direction, has been performing not only great financially, but critically too, and the fan response has been great to it. I know there are a lot of Sonic fans out there who say, oh, it's not the main meal, it's not the main course, we want the main series. It is not only the most financially successful, but the most critically. Aside from like, I don't know, Sonic Underground and that early Sonic movie trailer, just the trailer, the external media hasn't had any big controversy or giant fan backlash. Everybody likes Sonic Boom, the TV show, even if they don't like Sonic Boom the games. People like Sonic X the TV show a lot because of how faithful it is to the games. Movies obviously been a success. There is a Sonic TV show called Sonic Prime coming to Netflix next year. Clearly making Sonic a media icon outside of just video games is a priority for Sega and something they very much so want to do and are taking advantage of. The Sonic movie and also that drought, quote unquote, that a lot of fans like to have called all of 2020 and earlier this year, prove that Sonic doesn't really need a game release or a game marketing campaign going on to have Sonic in the public eye and still relevant in today's culture. He can have movies, TV shows, news of that stuff coming out to stay relevant. When Idris Elba was simply cast as Knuckles, it was the talk of the internet for an entire day. It was trending everywhere. Clearly, Sonic doesn't need video games to stay alive, and I think while Sega still would make stuff, I think it would be on a much smaller scale, and they wouldn't nearly put as much effort into their product as they are doing with Rangers. I haven't seen Rangers yet. Everything they're saying is that it's going to be very ambitious and different, and the leaks prove that. it being an open world game. I think everybody watching this likes Sonic games, at least some kind of Sonic game, so I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of you, are rooting for Ranger's success so we can continue getting more of those. But I do think there's a strong potential if this doesn't do good that Sonic goes in a more media heavy direction. No matter which way you slice it, Sonic Rangers will be a defining moment for the franchise, and no matter what, will change Sonic forever. We'll just have to see which way the game does that, whether it's positive or negative, if you want to call it that. I personally don't see Sonic going down a media heavy direction as a negative. I see it as a smart course correction, but you never know. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of Sonic Rangers? What are you hoping to get out of it? And which side of the coin are you hoping it flips on? There's a lot to look forward when it comes to this game, and there's a lot riding on it. I'm just very interested to see what you guys think of Rangers and how you think it will impact the franchise. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Feel free to follow my social media. Links to my Twitter and Instagram are in the description below. You can follow those for behind the scenes look at my life, future content, and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is the best place on YouTube for all things Sonic. We talk about all forms of media such as video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more, including stuff like Rangers. We're going to be covering it very closely, every little bit of information. We have so many more videos planned and discussions that I'd love to have you guys watch. Stick around. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Wow.
Tell me